You may know Fresh Patch from Shark Tank, Oprah, or The Today Show. This is the Fresh Patch Podcast, where good pets get it. Sit back, put your paws up, and enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Fresh Patch Podcast. I am your host, Drew, with my amazing co-host, Mr. Gabe, on my right. And we have a very lovely guest today and a furry friend as well. So if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself to the viewers.
Hi, I'm Nicole Ellis, and this is Rossi.
Hey, Nicole and Rossi. Rossi is so adorable.
Rossi.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
gosh. So well
He's a good boy.
behaved. So well behaved. Look
You
at
want to say
that.
hi? Thank
Oh, yeah. I love it.
So cute.
That's so great. Well, thanks for joining us on the Fresh Patch Podcast. We're
Absolutely.
really excited to get to know you, hear about you, maybe a little bit of Rossi too, and just dive into some questions and just have a fun episode. So, before we really get started, though, I want to let everyone know that is listening or watching, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Hit that subscribe, like, comment. Follow at Fresh Patch on all social media. Check out freshpatch.com. And then give Nicole as follow as well, if you wouldn't mind shouting out your social media, and we'll have that
It
displayed.
is Tails with Nicole, tail like a dog tail, Tails with Nicole, Nicole.
There you go. So give her a follow, engage, like, comment on her stuff as well, and let's get into it. I'm going to start us off with some questions, and
Perfect.
we'll we'll get to it. So, for those of you who don't know you, tell us about yourself and the work you do.
Absolutely. So I'm Nicole. I'm a celebrity dog trainer and pet lifestyle expert in Los Angeles, California. And I work with everyone from everyday dog pet parents to high profile clients, the celebrities, music artists, etc. And my goal is really to help them better understand their dogs and build real life practical skills. So my focus is all positive reinforcement training. So making sure dogs can thrive, not just at home, but in our world, in our lives. So whether that's going to be on set with us, hiking, at a cafe, navigating daily life, where our pets can be included in that. I also have a book on working dogs, coffee table book called Working Like a Dog, and have a few others in progress at the moment. And then I also do online training videos and stuff like that on my blog and social media, just so everybody can get an opportunity to work with their dog. No matter where you live, my goal is let's do more with our pets.
Amazing. Yeah, that's wow. You got your hands full. You're doing a lot. Oh, man, author, trainer. Wow, that's awesome.
That's really cool. And
Cool.
it kind of like fits into like what we do here at Fresh Patch, like trying to help people spend more time with their dogs and, give their dogs an opportunity to use the bathroom and when they
Yeah,
leave the
it's
house and things
really
like that.
Yeah.
So
it's really hand in hand. I also do train animals for movie production work. So Rossi here does photo shoots, commercials,
nice.
videos, and I have some other animals as well, but he's the one joining us right now.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. We might have to hire one day. We always need dog models around here, and
Definitely.
He
especially
has
ones
a
that are well
pretend
trained.
pee on cue, so he can actually pretend to pee.
Really?
Nothing comes out, but perfect for grass.
Gosh, that's all we need.
Yeah,
He does love to
seriously.
pee
Oh,
outdoors.
man.
He actually wears like a little thing on his harness that says, I love peeing outdoors. So
Aw,
the grass patch is never a problem.
That's
that's
so
awesome.
amazing. Yeah, we're gonna need that. Might need it on a regular basis, but that's so great. I mean, even at the beginning, the little wave, he's very well trained.
Yeah,
He's very good boy.
That's awesome.
Awesome, cool. So, how did you first get into dog training? Like, was this always the plan for you, or did life just kind of like take you there?
So no, not at all. Like a lot of
Okay.
people,
Yeah.
I just love dogs. I love animals, and I always have as a kid. I was an only child, and the dogs were my family. So I wanted to do right by animals, and that curiosity is I was got my own dog. She's walking around somewhere now. She's 18.
Oh,
I
wow.
adopted her from a shelter and got into training with her, and she became from like a scared shelter dog that wasn't sure of the world to a dog that ended up doing tons of production work. She did service dog work. We traveled the US together. And so that curiosity turned into learning, practicing, and then before I knew it, helping others. And it became a career. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I could have this much fun with my dog, imagine if I can help other people achieve
Yeah.
this also. And it was such a difference of like, oh, I have a dog and I take him for a walk and he's my pet dog, to like, this is my family member. And I can't wait to take her on vacation and I can't wait to do these things that became really core memories for me. And other friends of mine were like, oh my God, I want to do that with my dog. And I was like, this is incredible. If we can help other people create that bond, which, I mean, animals are amazing and they also do so much for us mentally as well. So I think it's a really amazing partnership.
Yeah, definitely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, having a dog that's like, well trained and everything is like so important. It can really like enhance the bond that you have with your animal. So it's really cool.
Absolutely. And at that time, I was like living by myself. And instead of sitting in my apartment by myself, I had this best friend. And
Mm,
I mean, I'm now married and like my dogs are still very, very much involved in my life. And like I
Hmm.
think as a kid, my dogs had a different relationship with me, but they still were family members. And I
Yeah.
think that's so important and really shaped me. And I mean, I wanted to hang out with my dogs more than anyone else. So here we
Yeah.
are.
Right.
that's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, it's always great. I mean, most people do consider their dog family, which is the correct approach. You know what I mean? They're not just a toy or just
Yes,
something.
Yeah.
Just something that's gonna be there. Like they're loving, they're caring. We got to give them the same support and
Yeah.
stuff.
You
So
take care of them and
absolutely.
they take care of you, you know?
exactly. Yep. Exactly. Cool. So I feel like you might have answered this a little bit in that,
Okay.
but what was your first experience working with the dog where you thought this is what I want to do?
So yeah, touching that briefly, I'd say it was seeing a real behavior change click. So when my dog Maggie went from like misunderstood, not confident to a successful dog that was shooting national television commercials. And I was like, I grew up modeling and acting in Los Angeles, and I was like, full circle moment for me. I'm on set, but I'm now behind the scenes. And I was like, seeing that transformation was just so inspiring to me. And then as I helped others and could see that not only in the dog, but the owners as well, because I think it really can show how powerful training can be and it
Mhm.
affects everybody. And that's when I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to spend my days doing this and living my 5-year-old dream out, which graduating college, I did not even like go to school for dog training at the time. And I was like, had this different career path, but thank God for adopting my shelter dog who
Right?
kind of
Yep.
made things work out as they should be. But I think seeing that massive change and knowing I could potentially help others get that, like, and if we can do that with a shelter dog, imagine how many shelter dogs are just misunderstood or need help, and
Hmm.
we can help them find their right place in a home is incredible.
Yeah,
Totally.
definitely. That's amazing. I feel like I'm looking down at my questions. You're just going right into our next question
Yeah.
and stuff,
Okay.
but that is
Yeah.
so perfect. But yeah, no, thanks for that. That's good to know. And
So yeah, that kind of like Drew said kind of leads into our next question, but like did you ever have any sort of formal training or are you mostly like self-taught from the beginning?
So this is a great question, and I
Yeah.
think it's not often the dog training industry is often misunderstood as well. So I started learning as much as I could hands-on, and then from there I pursued formal education and certifications to deepen my knowledge. My senior dog's like somewhere behind me, actually. Um, the
maybe a guest
combination.
appearance, maybe a guest
No,
appearance will
she's
happen.
like slowly. She's 18 now,
That's
so
crazy.
you
What
want to
kind of
come up
dog is it?
here? She's a shelter dog. Here she
Oh,
comes.
Oh
there
wow.
she
Here she,
is. I
she's like
see you
making a
back
slight
there.
appearance. You
She's
want
like,
the
what's
treat?
going on here?
She's like just here for the cookies. Um, so that combination, I think, of real world experience and then structured education really has helped me on how I train today.
Mhm.
So I am certified through the certification CPDT, which is Certification of Professional Dog Trainers. I'm also trained through KPA, which is the Karen Pryor Association. I'm trained through Fear Free, Fear Free certification, which if you don't know Fear Free, that's a whole different conversation. It's amazing for people
Mhm.
to know about. But that's a lot of practical stuff. And then some of those organizations do a little bit of hands-on as well. So it's a mixture, but
Yeah.
through that and just learning hands-on, I think it's a nice combination.
Mhm.
Now, there are dog trainers out there with no certifications.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to say you need one with certifications because I think somebody's work stands for them. Like if you are looking to learn agility and there's an agility pro out there,
Yeah.
do they need to be a certified dog trainer? Probably not. Like their
Mhm.
Gotcha.
skills speak for themselves.
Gotcha.
So, but for me, I do have a combination of that, like formal education certifications. And then what's great about those is that we have CEUs that we have to keep up. So we have to have continued education throughout the year.
Yeah.
So our education to keep those titles and all these fancy letters after my name that no one understands. Basically
Totally.
means that I have to keep learning, which is great because
Yeah.
I am always
Yeah.
learning and I
It's
want to always learn. I think I have a lot to learn still.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a fun thing about learning the certification stuff.
definitely, yeah, and it's so interesting too, because like I feel like dog training has changed so much over the last, let's say, 20 years. Like
Yeah.
it's like a completely brand new thing. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's really cool that you like, that you're required to kind of like keep learning in order to like continue using the certification.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah,
awesome. I think that's
Yep.
great. And I mean, studies are always changing. I'm always learning. I think we
exactly.
all should be. And if there's a day where we don't want to learn anymore, maybe we should be done. We're checked out at that point.
Yeah,
So I love learning more. I love learning from other people in my field. And I think how lucky to be surrounded by people that love animals.
Totally.
definitely, definitely. And then I
Oh,
wanted to go back on what you said,
here
actually.
she
What was
goes.
there
She's
she
making her
is.
appearance. She's
Yeah.
18. She
Oh,
uses her fresh
18.
patch more than any other dog in our household, probably.
That's right. You hear that,
Bless her
viewers?
heart.
Get yourself a fresh patch.
Many dogs
You
love
got an
them.
18-year-old dog? Freshpatch.com. We got you covered.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. I wanted to go back to what you said, and we're familiar with those two, Karen Pryor and then the other one. But what was the third one you said?
So the third one's called Fear Free, and it was started by Marty Becker. And they're saying is they're
Okay.
taking the pet out of petrified. And so
Gotcha.
there's fear-free trainers, there's fear-free groomers, there's fear-free veterinarians, and I go to myself to a fear-free veterinarian, and I think it's changing the way we care for our animals. And so a lot of it is not forcing our animals, really. They're like teaching them to get used to things, consent to things. Like my dog, I can do injections and he stays still and he knows he's getting an injection. I don't have to pin him down. We're not causing fear. And when an animal is stressed, it affects their blood work. It affects so many things that can affect their overall health, especially when we're trying to diagnose something. So, for example, a fear-free vet usually has treats, they have toys because play should be initiated in these situations. It shouldn't just be a scary thing. My veterinarian doesn't even have exam tables. All our exams are done on the floor. So dogs often don't like being up high. It's scary. Well, how
Yeah.
often are they ever put on a table
Yeah.
besides at the vet?
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
shout out to my vet, Dr. Dewey at Treehouse. But like, she comes in the room and she sits on the floor, and it's fun. My dog's running around playing with toys and treats, and it's a better experience for everyone. It's less stressful on the people working in that profession, which is already a very stressful profession.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
And if they do have exam tables, I know there's another one in Sherman Oaks, they have yoga mats on there. So the dog's not slipping. They're not creating out scary sounds. There's no fluorescent lights, so they don't have that buzzing sound. Often you get a bandana with pheromones on it, or there's pheromones in the room, which can help calm and relax animals. So there's certifications for trainers, for veterinarians, and for groomers. And sometimes these visits are often longer. We spend a lot of time setting our pets up for success. But I love that we can make the overall experience, maybe a little bit more work in the beginning, better overall for them. And I think that's huge.
Yeah.
Like at our vet, when our dogs get vaccinations, they're licking a licky mat of peanut butter. Like,
Aw.
awesome. They have that
Yeah.
positive association. And that's positive world is what I try to do in all my dog training. So I
Yeah.
love learning about it and seeing how we can do things. So like my dog has things like a chin rest where I can like do behaviors like checking his
Oh,
hair, his eyes, his ears without moving. And we can do things without restraint and less bites, less stressed out animals.
yep.
I
Yeah.
think it's a win-win for everybody. So if
Yeah.
you don't know it, go on Fear Free and you can look it up either by facility or just by people, and you can find some people, some veterinarians like register themselves and not their facility. So I say to look for both, but and same with dog trainers. I think there's just it's a wealth of people out there, so it's great.
Yeah, definitely.
Grow it.
Wow. Thank you for that insight. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never heard of that, or I feel like I've maybe vaguely, but fear free just in general. That is
Yeah.
a
It's a
very good
great thing.
approach. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
on the veterinarian side, like everything you just explained is it makes so much sense. So
Totally.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
um
we've
like, yeah,
it's
I was
fun because
gonna
like it's finally changing. We've done
yeah.
vet practices the same way for so many years, and how
hmm
incredible that we're now changing that. We
Yeah.
can do better.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
most definitely.
Yeah. What were you
Yeah.
gonna say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say like it's such a bummer, to see how taking the dog to the vet or doing like some of these things that you have to do can cause them such stress.
Hmm.
So to the fact that there's this fear-free thing that's like helping mitigate that kind of stuff, like is a really, really cool thing.
Yeah.
So
So cool.
yeah,
Yeah. So any viewers, listeners, if you're listening and you have those issues, and you've been looking for a solution,
there are options.
there are options. So
Yes.
thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Learning something new every day. That's why we get on these podcasts. We're
Yeah.
always learning
That's
something
why
new.
we're
I love
here.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what was the moment your career really started to take off with all of this?
Um, it's a funny question because I wouldn't say there's an exact moment.
Hmm.
Obviously, once my dog started working in TV and film, like that helped do more TV and film stuff. They had the experience. We had met friends. We met people to refer us. Um, Once I started combining training with media and education online, that obviously opens the door to larger audiences, more opportunities there. And then I think a lot of it's just like word of mouth, and that kind of helps grow everybody. And we're in Los Angeles and we all sort of know each other.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I wouldn't say there's one exact moment. And I think I'm not in one straight line in my career. I've like kind of dabble in five different things. And I think each of those has different turning points. For example, I did an Amazon TV show called The Pack, where we trained animals to do all sorts, dogs, not animals, but dogs to do all sorts of fun, crazy adventures with their owners. And I'd say that opened up different opportunities, but different opportunities than I'm getting with my day-to-day clients, for example.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, that's really interesting. So how did you go from like training dogs to working more with like high profile clients and becoming like a well-known trainer?
So I'd say a lot of it came down to results. We like what we see with our dogs, their training,
Definitely.
and relationships. When you help
Mm,
one person and their dog succeed, it really can be life-changing, and they tell others.
yeah.
And over time, that builds trust. And in Los Angeles, especially, where it travels fast and people know each other. And just like we might ask someone what their favorite restaurant is, we trust our friends' opinions. And
Hmm.
so when someone sees their dog is well trained and they can go to a cafe now with their dog and their dog's not lunging at other dogs, they're like, okay, I think I could use that help too. Who did you use? Because I want similar results or I want XYZ. Could they help with this? So I think just having that circle of people is amazing. And
Yeah.
I think dealing with and working with families that are in that high caliber acting, singers, etc., is a bit different in dog training. We are training them to work with a household that has a very large staff, usually. We're teaching dogs to get potty trained in a very, very large house. So it's different than someone with me who has a normal size house, for example, or an
Right.
apartment building. So there are a little bit differences and nuances. And I think I kind of carved a niche in that I understand that world. I understand from working with them now, like, how can we make this work? How can we help the Chihuahua find his way to actually use the restroom
Yeah.
in this like mega mansion? And there's definitely ways, and I think everybody has their little niche. There's things that is not my specialty, and I don't take those on. And I would happily refer those out to people that do excel at that.
Hmm.
So I think that's been a big help is the understanding and having results. And then
Yeah.
people gratefully are very happy. So
Yeah, it seems to be. That's really cool. I mean, I feel like anything in life, connections is so important, you know.
you
Um,
never know. And it's
yeah.
like not always even like the celebrity or the artist themselves, but it
Yeah.
could be like the house manager or the chef that refers that, or somebody needs a dog groomer. I know a dog groomer I can refer that caters to that clientele and knows how to communicate and work with those schedules and that house staff. So you make your own community. And I think that's really special, especially in a big city like LA, where it's
Yeah.
kind of actually hard to make friends and meet people. So finding people you trust is really
Yeah.
important.
What a like a unique kind of like snapshot into like how, you know, high profile people like have pets and like have specific needs. Like that's
Yeah.
these are things that like, at least I had never really thought about before, but it's really
And
interesting.
like a big part of my training is setting up the dog to succeed in that family. So, for
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
example, I
Hmm.
have horses. My dogs need to get used to
Mm.
horses.
Yep.
The
Mm-hmm.
average person's dog does not need to get used to horses. So,
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
how how can we set those dogs up for success? So, for example, like some of my puppies, I'll bring them to my friend Sarah, who's a dog photographer in Los Angeles. She's amazing. And we'll do a photo shoot and I'll get them used to flashes. I'll get them used to lights because most likely they're going to be on a set. They're going to be
Hmm.
on a set with
Yeah.
flashes. And well, the dog's probably not going to be the one getting the photos taken. It's going to be their pet parent. it's a nice way to get that early desensitization to these experiences. And that's kind of like, how can I set them up for this life that they're going to lead?
Totally.
That makes
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's so cool. Yeah. And what you said about like the mansions too. Like I've never even thought of it like
Yeah.
a tiny chihuahua in a giant house.
Yeah.
Like what that dog gonna do? Like could have a
And
fresh
then they come to
patch.
my house and they're like, where's the other wing?
Yeah, right?
Sorry.
Exactly. There's no other wing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
That's so good. Cool. Was there a specific opportunity or dog that changed everything for you when it comes to all your training and endeavors?
Yeah. I'd say there's different dogs that have changed different things for me. Obviously, my childhood dogs kind of got me obsessed and like loving animals.
Yeah.
Maggie that you met, she and I did therapy work for a long time. I traveled across the US basically volunteering, and we volunteered in Vanderbilt, in Nashville. I flew to Vegas to volunteer with her. And I'd say that really opened my eyes to the difference dogs can make for people outside their home.
Hmm.
And what a difference and like touching of people and showing what's possible. And then obviously training my own dogs has shown me what's possible, and training is done thoughtfully and consistently, sorry. And like when you're consistent, it makes a big difference. And everybody's like, you must train your dog for hours a day. And I'm like, no, I do like 5 minutes, like 3 times a week, but I'm
Yeah.
consistent throughout the day.
Yeah.
My
Yep.
dogs eat, like they know where to sit down and eat. They can't jump on me. Like, and that consistency, that's not my training time. Thank you.
Yeah.
He's like, you're
Someone's
very
getting bored.
important.
Someone's getting
He's
bored.
like, when do I get a cookie? So, I think it's been various dogs that opened my eyes to various things, and then seeing various things. Like when I was shooting my book, Working Like a Dog, I got the experience to work with police dogs, Schutzhund dogs, cancer detecting dogs, like bed bug detection dogs. So we photographed
Whoa.
this wide range of dogs. It's just photos of these dogs, but
Yeah.
it's showing you that like not every working dog is a Labrador, and
Yep.
seeing their powerful noses and really like I got to see blood donor dogs at UC
Oh,
Davis that are donating blood. That's things we don't even think about. And I think seeing those dogs open my eyes up even more to like how big this pet industry is
oh
and what
yeah.
a difference dogs can make just besides being a family pet, like actually doing cool, incredible things out there. Not that
Yeah.
you're not doing cool things, Rossi, but
Right. Yeah. No, that's so cool. Yeah. Consistency is key, of course. We hear that from a lot of other trainers and just, pet parents in general. They're like, how did you train someone? Like, how did you train your dog so well? And you must have taken hours. It's like, no, I just keep a
It's the same
program
thing
pretty
every
much.
day.
Yeah. Consistency and you're gonna be good.
consistency.
So
And like I think a big part of my training is too is I'll do a lot of training outside the home too. So like
okay.
I ask for sit everywhere. Like you should be able to sit in a supermarket. I don't take them to the supermarket, but like,
Yeah.
anywhere you go, you should be able to do it. A fun story is I lost my phone in a hike in Joshua Tree. This is totally off topic.
Uh-huh.
This is like, God, like 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And my Maggie, who's a service dog at the time, she was scent trained to my odor. And
Whoa.
I couldn't find my phone, lost it on a hike, good times. I went back the next day and I asked her to find my odor. And we just walked and walked. And a mile in, she found my phone for me based on my odor. And I never trained it for a real life scenario. I trained
Yeah.
it to do AKC competitions, which, to be honest, we weren't very good at. So
But she proved
but
herself
That's
there.
but she
That's
that's
cool.
proved
so cool.
herself there, and it was
Yeah.
kind of this real world scenario where I was like, this was never expected how I meant to use this, but like we've practiced it all over the place. So
Yeah.
here we are actually executing it in a way I never imagined.
That's so cool. I mean, it's
That's
almost
pretty cool.
cooler than just doing the events. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
right.
Yeah, we
gosh,
didn't need any ribbons after that.
yeah, right. It's like,
Well,
I'm
I know that I am constantly losing stuff, so maybe I should like have you train my dog
right.
for that. That'd
Yeah.
probably be a huge help for me.
Very
Yeah. I
helpful.
was gonna say you don't have to get too into it, but like, oh,
Yeah.
that just is so fast. Before we go to the next question,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fascinating. Like odor, like how do you just give them kind of everything of yours to sniff all the
Oh
time?
no.
Like I don't get how that would work. You know what I mean? Like here's my phone, here's my purse. I don't
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, so she was trained on like birch, anise, and clove first, and then I
Okay,
trained her on like handler odor, which is my odor, which was like basically a sock or some small item, a cotton ball even that smelled like me. And then
gotcha.
I would take her through our like sense exercises of like sniffing random boxes, and when she sniffed that one, I like clicked, marked, rewarded it,
Yeah.
and she learned when I find this, good things happen. I get
Yep.
delicious treats, and from there we expanded it, and then I was able to narrow it down to like smaller amounts of smell, and their noses are so powerful, it puts us to shame. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no,
that's
definitely
fascinating.
puts us to shame.
That is fascinating. So, kind of a funny random thing that happened, but we heard that you actually ran into our founders at the Global Pet Expo recently. So, run us through that. How did that happen?
yeah, kind of random funny story, but this is like the small world stuff.
Yeah.
So I was at Global Pet Expo. For those of you that don't know, it is a marketplace basically, or it's a conference trade show of everything in the pet product world. So it's where our Petco, our Chewies, or even our small boutique stores are shopping for what they're going to sell in their store. And it's everything from the lighting and fish tanks, basically, to the toys your cat's going to play with and dog food galore. And so there's a Florida one and there's a one in Vegas for West Coast called
Hmm.
Super Zoo. And I was there with my friend's company, Blue Nine Pet Products, that makes a dog training platform I love, my favorite harness, amazing company.
Oh, cool.
And I was joking with them that like when I go to Super Zoo, I bring a grass patch. And he was like, "Oh, who is it?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Fresh Patch." And he's like, "Oh, I know those people." And I was like, "Oh, funny, small world. We're out in Florida." Okay. So then like 2 days later, we're at this conference and these two people stopped. I was just happened to be at their booth. I wasn't there the whole conference, just happened to stop by. And these two people stopped by and they asked to see the owner. And they're like, "Oh, he's not here. He'll be back soon." And then I saw like I think I saw their badge or something, and I was like, "Hold on, are you the two from Fresh Patch?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I have all these photos of my grass patch."
That's
Oh, that's
great.
Thought I was,
awesome.
I'm sure, absolutely crazy. So then owner Dave came back, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, you guys met," and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm telling them how much I love their grass patch." This
Yeah.
is the most random conversation, but I was very excited because it is something I've used for a very long time, and I
Yeah.
was like, "I want to hear all about it and how you guys started." And I thought they were from Los Angeles. They were not. So then I learned all about that. And they
Yep.
were absolutely lovely. And I had such a great time connecting with them. But
Yeah.
it was so random because we were just at the right place, meeting the right people, the right time.
Yeah. That's
That is
crazy.
so, and such a big event too. Like
Yeah.
such a
Oh,
small
it's
world.
huge.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
I
cool.
think Super Zoo's even bigger, but it's so
Oh
much
wow.
walking. He was like, I have to bring him a stroller because he's like passed out by day
Oh.
two, like sniffing and playing with everybody's toys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's yeah, I've heard Super Zoo is a lot bigger. We're trying to get involved there this year too. So I don't know
Yeah,
if you're going to be there as
yeah,
well this year,
we'll
but
be there.
we'll see you there
Woohoo.
hopefully. But
Oh, I'd
yeah,
love it.
right behind me here is the Shark Tank picture. So I don't know if he
Oh my
told you
God, how
all about
funny.
that and stuff, but yeah, that's so cool that you met them. Like,
He
Yeah.
just
small
filmed
world
for
and
Shark Tank for Swift Paws.
no
That's a fast
way.
cat system where they chase a lure around. Yeah.
Oh, is
But
that the
yeah,
on the rope, right? The one that kind
yeah,
of goes in a
Oh
square?
yeah, you
Yeah.
got it.
yeah.
That one's cool.
Oh
That
wow.
one's
Shark
cool.
Tank family. I mean, I'm not like involved at all with that, but
Yeah.
he just loves the toy.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Cool. Well,
That's awesome.
yeah, so glad you got to meet them and stuff. And I know we're have other conversations outside of the filming, but we'll get to that
So
later.
fun.
So goes right into our next question. Lovely. We know you're a longtime customer of Fresh Patch. Tell us the benefits it's been for you as a dog mom and a trainer.
So I was super excited to do this because it's like actually not a product I've used for like a day. It's something
Hmm.
I've used for actually years, and it's been a game changer in so many situations. I probably use it in more situations than the average person. So we used to have a house in Altadena, and from there we had decomposed granite. We didn't have grass.
Hmm.
So that's when I first started ordering it, is I had puppies over and I was like, I need to teach these dogs to go on grass because I don't have a grass yard. So
Yeah.
I ordered Fresh Patch for that because the houses I go to, it's real grass in their yards. It's not AstroTurf. And I was like, perfect. Easy to toss it out when it's dead and gone and not clean anymore. And I love that. So I started getting it for puppies, and then my own dogs started using it, and they're like, "This is awesome." I was like, "Okay." So I kept getting it because my dogs seemed to like to go on it, and I was like, "Great, less dog urine smell in my yard.
Hmm.
Love it."
Classic. Yep.
And then we moved after the wildfires. Thank you so much for me.
That was amazing.
Cool.
Um, and we're at a rental house, and like a weekend, the dogs are killing the yard and the grass, and
Of course.
I'm like, we don't own this house. Like, this
Yeah.
is awful. So, got a grass patch and I put it straight outside the door. And it's great because this one doesn't like to go in the rain. So, when it's raining, he can go right there and pee. He's not walking through to grass. We're not killing our grass now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the clients' dogs love it. And for my senior dog, she doesn't have to walk far. And then I'd say when traveling, I bring it to hotels, which I thought at first was a little bit crazy, but after I did it, I was like, oh, this is a game changer.
Yep.
So it's done multiple Vegas trips with me.
Nice.
It's done other road trips with me. And I'd say Vegas is the biggest one I really bring it to because those are massive hotels and it's
Yeah.
not easy to like rush your dog downstairs, which I did do for many years. And then instead I just got this. And so if I don't have a balcony, I literally just put it in the shower or like in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
And in the morning, he goes right there in peace and it's great.
Aw.
I still take him for a walk. He's very, very well taken care of. But
Yeah.
Of
like
course.
it is so nice. And if someone has too many treats at Super Zoo and has an upset stomach, I'm like, grass patch is right
Aw.
here.
Yep.
I also think it's extremely useful for like apartment living, extreme weather days. I'm in California, so we do not get snow here. But like
Yeah.
I've seen everybody's photos from the East Coast, and I'm always like, just get grass patch, like
Try it
solve the
out.
problem right now.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And the opposite too, like you were saying in Vegas in the summer,
Oh
the
yeah,
110 plus out there, you know,
Oh
you're
yeah.
not taking your dogs out on the pavement and stuff. And
yeah.
mid-afternoon, you got the patch right for yourself, right in the bathroom
And
and
it's
on
easy
the
to
patio.
travel with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think from a training standpoint, it gives dogs a clear, consistent place to go,
Mhm.
which that makes everything easier. And it's
Yeah.
easy to transition from that to a yard or anywhere else. It's like no training on my part. I just like put outside and the dogs went pee on it. It's like
Yeah.
awesome, easy peasy for the average pet owner as well. It's like I don't have to sit there and like work on this forever. Like they want to go on it. A funny story is one year I brought one that wasn't grass. It was like wood chips or something. And I was
Mhm.
like kind of excited to give this a try. And I put it in the bathroom and my dogs went to sleep on it. They wouldn't pee on it.
Aw.
Like,
There you go.
I learned my lesson. So please they were like, we've never this is nice and coffee. I was like, okay, we're not gonna use that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's such a game changer, and especially for apartment living, especially puppies. Puppies need to go pee a lot. So I have a few clients that use it directly on their patios now, and it's like, or dogs that excited pee when someone comes over. I'm like, we can go right out there immediately
There you
and
go.
pee out there.
Yeah.
So I think it's not a one use case scenario. So especially in my case, I've used it for so many different reasons
Mhm.
and game changer. And it just shows up in my house. It's so nice. But I've had so many people are like, you have a yard. Why do you have this? And I'm like, well, my yard's not dying now. It's not my yard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not ruining the actual grass, Dog's still
Yeah.
happy, knows where to go, like it's perfect. Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
easy. And
Yeah.
like I get like the medium size, I think, but even like I
Mhm.
have big dogs that will stand outside of it and pee and make it on that. And like I've had it's perfect.
Yeah.
Big
That's
fan.
awesome.
Yeah, they know how to aim, the good ones know how
Yeah.
to aim, right? That's so cool. I love all the scenarios you have experienced it with, not just recommending that it could be good for these scenarios,
Oh
like you've
no. It's like
lived it.
I'm going many years solid of like consistent every 2 weeks. I think I get one now.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's a
amazing.
staple in our
Yeah.
house. So.
And that's a huge one we've been trying to, because everyone's all like, oh, I don't have a puppy or I don't have a balcony. And it's like, it's okay. Like there's so many different scenarios. You travel, get it in the
Yeah.
car, pit stops in the hotel, wherever you need it,
Mhm.
rain, whatever it is. So,
Yeah, when I do the
love that.
traveling, I don't do the one that gets shipped on my like routine schedule. Kind of
Yeah.
I leave for the house, and then the one that traveling, I order it to arrive like 2 days before I leave, just in case
Nice.
it's late or something. And then I just keep the lid on it, off we go, and like
Yeah.
get there and open it up, and it's perfect. And it's just funny
Mhm.
checking into the hotel, and I have like this big thing of grass on my
Yeah.
suitcase.
I know.
No
We
one
need
said
to,
Yeah.
anything.
we're working to get some more hotel sponsorships, to
Yeah.
partner with us and
The
just
first
provide the
time I
grass
was
for
like,
you,
what is room service gonna think of this? Like this
Yeah.
must be so crazy. And then I got back and they like left me some dog poop bags and I was like, oh, okay, I
Aw.
didn't think it was that
That's
crazy.
so
That's
nice.
so cool.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe like you were saying, like Vegas hotels, because it is like by the time you get outside of those hotels, it's like a normal walk, like with your
And
dog. You
like
know what I
half the
mean?
year it's like a million degrees, let's
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah.
Like
So
exactly.
it seems like there would be some alignment there.
Yeah, definitely. And how did you first originally hear about Fresh Patch? Was it just like a Google search or did it?
I honestly don't know. It's been so many years.
Yeah, yeah,
I know you guys are all over LA, like at pet events
yeah,
now and all sorts of stuff. So like if it was nowadays, I could like easily give you an answer. I feel like I must have just Googled it.
yeah,
And in the past, before that, I used the fake AstroTurf one,
yep.
but then it's like you have to hose it off, and it was like it was nasty.
It's
But
so
Yeah.
gross.
Oh yeah.
and
So gross.
that's not a best case scenario for a lot of the dogs I'm working with. Like
Yep.
I don't have grass. They need grass to go on. So
Yeah.
let's figure this out. Like my dogs, if they didn't go on grass, it would have been fine. But then they were like, "Oh, this is great." I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep paying for this." And here we are, years later.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And like what you said before too, like you tried the wood chips and stuff, and we know who that is.
great
But
idea.
yeah,
Like no hate at all.
yeah,
They just wouldn't go.
yeah. It's just they'd rather lay on it and sleep on it.
Yeah.
But real
For sure.
grass, they're gonna potty.
It's all about the real
Yeah.
grass.
Right? Come on, it's a
And it's
no-brainer.
so easy. So
Yeah.
I love it.
Awesome.
thank
That is. Oh, there you go. He approves too. He approves too.
He approves. You approve? Yeah. Thank you.
Nice.
Bin
I love
noggin.
it. Yeah. Sweet. Well, those are all our questions for you today. It's
This
amazing
was super
talking
fun,
to
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are so knowledgeable and really, like I said, we always learn something new on these podcasts. Definitely learned something new today that hopefully the viewers, you learned
Yeah.
something new as well to take into your lives and stuff. But thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
and taking the time
And
and
hopefully
stuff.
inspire some more people to do a little bit more with their dogs.
Right?
Absolutely.
Fun
Exactly.
together.
Awesome. So, for all the viewers and listeners, one more time, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. Follow at Fresh Patch on all socials. Check out freshpatch.com for all your real grass potty needs, treats, poop bags. We got you covered. Follow at Tales with Nicole on social media as well. Engage with her stuff. Hit her up if you need some training, if you have any more questions, and I'm sure she'll be happy to help. And yeah, well, thank you again, Nicole.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Been
and
great.
everybody else, we will see you on the next episode of the Fresh Patch Podcast.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Fresh Patch Podcast, where good pets get it. We hope you enjoyed the show. Give us a like or a follow and shop all real grass supplies at freshpatch.com.